Good morning to Two Girls One Coin.
Today we're going to talk about DeFi, which is Decentralized Finance. I've been super excited about this because I think it's the future.
Why is it the future, Jai?
Because it's something about Ethereum, and I love Ethereum.
It is. Why do you love Ethereum?
I don't know. Love doesn't need a reason.
Let's just dive into the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being patient with us. We're going to dive into the DeFi explained simply, layman style.
Could you please explain the concepts behind? Could you
bring your wallet?
The concept behind decentralized finance in layman terms and how it is revolutionary in nature. What are the downsides of it? All right, so the basic concept of decentralized finance is to create all of these composable basic finance primitives that are implemented.
I thought it was going to be basic. He's using words like primitives. What is that?
Basics. That's literally what it means.
Fantastic.
Also, why didn't he introduce himself?
Rude.
Come on, man.
But to be fair, we don't introduce ourselves.
Rude.
With some degree of decentralization. And one of the things we're going to be talking about today is what exactly does it mean to say some degree of decentralization? There's a balance to strike.
Can we please explain any decentralization?
And how decentralized a platform is between fully decentralized, where no one has any control, and if something goes wrong, all of the funds go poof, as we saw with the DAO, to somewhat decentralized with some governance overrides, maybe an escape hatch for when problems happen to shut down the smart contract and refund funds, and of course not so decentralized when there are effectively management keys that allow all of the functions of the smart contract to be overridden by a small number of parties.
So then what's the point? Because it's basically just centralized again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But centralized
with robots.
Well, centralized with robots instead of a central bank or a government. So it's a more democratic centralization.
But not particularly, because whoever's managing the smart contracts is just the new central bank.
Yeah.
And there's all of the range in between.
But you can, as a person with Bitcoin or any coin, you can support a smart contract. So it's a more democratic than a central bank being in control of the money.
Yeah, but I think what he's saying is if nobody controls the smart contracts and they're just automated, then it is decentralized.
Yeah.
But if you can override the smart contracts,
well, that's the
somebody
point.
has the power. But he's saying that sometimes somebody has the power to, so that if things go wrong, somebody has the responsibility.
Also, but that's semi-decentralized. Decentralized completely. There's no one that could. In theory, because of the blockchain.
What do we think about the blockchain?
We fucking love the blockchain. The blockchain got us. We stay on it.
We stay on.
Between. So that's the decentralized and DeFi. Of course, the Fi part means that this is primarily focused on financial products, and that means lending, investing, borrowing, of course, saving, implementing various forms of currency, tokens, non-fungible tokens, various forms of tokens, crowdfunding and fundraising, such as token-bonded curves. Yes, that's the fancy
term. I love how he said that. Token bonding curves.
He gave it a bit of sass.
Yeah, it's a little flair.
Used in the Ethereum space. And for the most part, we're talking about...
I like him.
Oh, I'm into him too. Yeah, it's cool.
As a function that has come out of the development of Ethereum, but of course DeFi isn't restricted to Ethereum, quite the opposite. DeFi is an entire industry, and the best way I like to describe DeFi is by contrast to CeFi. CeFi, of course, is centralized finance. That's when somebody else takes your money.
Don't take my money. I work hard for my money.
Political favors in their benefit, and then charges you for the privilege of them holding your money.
The bank. That's what they do.
The way he said that though makes it so clear. Like, what the hell are we doing banks for?
It's backwards.
It's so backwards.
Thank you for explaining that. I like him.
I think he's a DeFi guy.
I think he's a DeFi guy.
I think he's a DeFi guy. I like him too.
And And perhaps, if you're lucky, they give it back to you. Perhaps not, while enriching themselves.
That was a high school move. Perhaps not.
Maybe they give it back to you, but like maybe they just don't. Oh my god.
Clearly, in a parasitical, codependent relationship with
that's
CeFi. So,
attacked.
Central banks, you really just roasted them. You're toxic, sweaty.
Sweatbank, goodbye.
Oh my God, you're not cute. Go to therapy because you're a codependent. Right
DeFi
now.
really can't fail unless it becomes CeFi, because CeFi is already an incredibly damaging parasitic system that plagues our planet.
Plagues our planet. I love that kind of language. I think I have a little crush on him, I'm not going to lie.
Dude, I'm with you because what?
Who is he?
An approach that is primarily focused on decentralizing the power dynamic. That's the real key here. Who has power over money?
Who got the power?
And by decentralizing power over money, what opportunities does that give people to have better relationships with their money and not be exploited, as well as how does that increase access to financial services by disintermediating all the gatekeepers that prevent and limit access to financial
your money.
services.
To your money.
Banking the unbanked or debanking all of us.
Mic drop.
Look, he's very persuasive, but I do have one problem with something that he's just said.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Disagree
Badaya,
with Badaya. Did you just call him daddy?
Yeah, look
Daddy.
Look at those eyebrows.
Did you just call him daddy?
Therapy. I'm so sorry.
What is wrong with you?
I have a problem. We've cut all of that out. I have a problem. Why don't you ask me what my problem is? I have a lot of problems.
Obviously. What is the problem with what Daddy just said?
Here's my problem. He's absolutely right in that it unbalances the power dynamic that banks have over us in terms of money.
Yeah.
But I think another power of money that people don't recognize or think about is the power that money as a concept has over you. Not where you put your money or who has access over the money supply, the physical money supply, but you understand what I'm saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
The concept of money and wealth holds a power over people in a sense that you define yourself in relation to it.
Right.
And DeFi doesn't do anything to correct that.
No, but now you're talking about money psychology.
Yeah, but I think that just if we want to talk about really power dynamics and if we want to talk about revolution, we have to start with the way that we individually think about things, not just the structures, because the structures are nothing but a reflection of how we think about things. So if you want to change the power structures in the world, first you have to look in yourselves and in ourselves and change the way that things have a hold over us. And I'm not saying that it's DeFi's fault that it doesn't change our relationship with money, but it is also something to consider that just by shifting the whole financial system over to decentralized does nothing to cure us of our kind of addiction to the validation of wealth.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Good point.
Thank you.
Wow.
Back to Daddy.
Oh God.
Oh, he went away.
This is what happens. He would though. Good choice and exit.
This is what happens when you get attached to someone, they just leave. Yeah. D, what do you think about DeFi?
To be honest, I didn't think he went into the...
He didn't say what it was.
No.
Yeah.
No. I mean, decentralized finance, I get it in terms of, all right, we have a centralized financial system right now, and we're with Bitcoin and with cryptocurrency, we're going into a decentralized financial system. Good, because it gives the power to the people. But it didn't really explain the three things that he said he was going to explain, which was centralized. He kind of went into it because he said it was a parasitical system and it was toxic, which is I agree with.
Yeah.
But hostile language.
Persuasive language.
Potato. He didn't explain the semi, which I'd be most interested because I feel like that would be the transition. But also where the most problems come in. And I think it's the most problem because it's the way we are in centralized finance right now, and there's the other extreme is decentralized finance, and the semi is what's in between. And I think for people to switch over, they will have to go through, not necessarily, but that's what I think, they will go through the semi-decentralized system before they can give the power completely to the people.
I think there has to be some aspect of it being semi-decentralized, because if it's fully decentralized, nobody's in control.
Right.
But then what happens if something goes wrong with the program?
Right.
It's like, who then has the authorization to fix it?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Right. And I would like to know another video about decentralized finance and what it means, and semi-decentralized, and talking about money philosophy. Right? Yeah. Who's responsible when shit goes wrong in a decentralized system? Who's responsible? No one and everyone.
Nobody, right?
And everyone. So it's just like, then what happens then?
These are the questions that I have about cryptocurrency, and I think that these are the questions that I think a lot of people, when they're learning about it, are like, well, but then what if this? What if that?
Yeah, give us a thumbs up if you like
that.
Okay.
Back with a bang. I don't know.
Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Thank you so much for watching, and comment down below. What should they comment?
Comment. I'm not going to tell you what to say. Yeah, what's the biggest problem with decentralization?
Write that in the comment section below.
Comment.
Comment down in the comment below, and we'll see you next week with another video. Thank you for watching. Bye.